Yeah, so my name is Alberto Martin. I'm a professor at the University of Toronto in the Department of Immunology. But a quirky fact about myself is something that my brother thinks is really funny is to relax, I play speed chess. And sometimes when I'm playing speed chess, I actually start nodding and falling asleep. So we have a number of areas of research in the lab. My primary area of research is we study how antibodies are made, how they're altered through somatic mutation and class switch recombination, which play very important roles in the humoral immune response. This humoral immune response is very important for clearing pathogens, neutralizing them. Another area of research in the lab is lymphoma. We study how lymphoma develops through these processes of somatic mutation and class switch recombination. We also study colon cancer as another type of cancer and the role of gut microbiota, how it plays and influences the development of colon cancer, as well as inflammatory bowel disease and coli-associated cancer. And another area of research that we're currently doing too is studying how antibodies themselves regulate the microbiota. My piece of advice I would give to graduate students is take ownership of your PhD. It's really important that you work really hard, and this is a piece of advice I would give to any student and any person in any walks of life. You know, if you work hard, you'll probably achieve anything you want. And above all, I would say stay positive. There are periods during your PhD where things are not going well, and you could recede into a very negative state, but in the end, you can supersede it. So by staying positive, you can get through these very difficult periods.
So my name is Wazira Khan, and I am an undergraduate student in Dr. Martin's lab. I mainly work with the PhD candidate Claire So on her project, and basically we look at the class switching response in B cells as they undergo development and activation. So in high school, when I learned about the immune system, I found it really interesting, and we also learned about like a few immune cells in our first year and second year molecular biology courses, and I was always like really intrigued by how the immune system works to keep us alive and how so many pathologies of the body involve the immune system, so that's why I decided to study it more in detail by majoring in it. I would say the best way to get involved in research is by looking at professors' research whose research you're interested in and contacting them either by email. Actually, email is probably best, and letting them know that you're interested in their research. It's a great way for you to talk to them in person and maybe start volunteering in their lab. For myself, I started off by volunteering in a lab earlier on in high school, and I continued to pursue research in my undergrad here at U of T. There's the Research Opportunity Program, which is offered for second-year students, which I think is a great way to get involved in research in your second year. And yeah, just contacting professors, pursuing summer research projects, and that'll help you get involved in research.
So I'm Khan A.D. I'm a postdoctoral fellow in Dr. Martin's lab. So before this, I did my undergrad medical school in China, and also did my PhD study in the Department of Laboratory Medicine and Pest Biology in the U of T. So my research in Dr. Martin's lab mainly focuses on how the antibody class switch occurs in the B cells. This process is important for the antibody to have diverse functions. So I mainly study the new factors involved in this process. First, we study in a cell line, and later make the knockout mice to characterize the role of the new factors involved in this process. So when I outside the lab, I mainly take care of my 2-year son at home, and also I also try to best to play the badminton during the weekend.